Hey everybody, it's Jim. Welcome back to Song Tripping. I want to launch a new series, if you will, a little, sort of a thread. We'll put it in a playlist, and we'll just call this Random Albums. I have cataloged all my vinyl and CD collection into Discogs. And one of the nice things about that is that you can search, and you can even ask Discogs to pull up a random item. So I am going to focus exclusively on vinyl for today's episode, and we'll just see what comes up. And the idea of this is I'll just share my impressions of these albums, quick thumbnail review, maybe tell some stories about my memories of when I got the album or why I got it or my experiences of listening to it. We'll just see how this goes. If it's a total failure, you'll never see this. Anyway, let's start with our first random item. We're going to do 5 per episode. The first one is the Moody Blues, In Search of the Lost Chord. And now I'm going to go in search of the lost album in the stacks behind me. Took a while, but I found it. Let's take a look at it, put the old reading glasses on, and see what's on this album. Here's the back cover. Vintage Moody Blues here. And here's what the record looks like. It's a Durham stereo. And the big songs on this album that I recall would be Ride My Seesaw, Dr. Livingstone, I Presume. Legend of a Mind is a good Ray Thomas song. Voices in the Sky is a really nice Justin Hayward tune. And I think Visions of Paradise is pretty good. I don't know side 2 as well. Like, this is a Moody Blues album that was not among my go-to listens. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just some Moody's I listen to more than others. Like, I had them longer. This was a later acquisition. I like the cover artwork a lot. And I really don't know. This is from 1968. I don't remember where I got this. I really don't. I don't have a memory of it. I'm not sure even how long I've had it. But it's been a couple decades, I would say, at least. It was not among the first Moody Blues albums I had. It has been growing on me as I've listened to it on CD and on vinyl. Where does that album rank on your Moody Blues hierarchy? Let's go on to the next random item. Okay, we rolled the dice once again. I came up with another vinyl album. This is The Fifth Dimension, the greatest hits on Earth. Let's find it. Here it is, greatest hits on Earth. And it has a lot of great ones. Production and sound by Bones Howe, coming out in 1972. Bell Records. And what do we have on this album? We've got Last Night I Didn't Get to Sleep at All, terrific, Stone Soul Picnic, One Less Bell to Answer, a medley, Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In, The Flesh Failures, Wedding Bell Blues. Side 2 has Save the Country, another great Laura Nyro track, Love's Lines, Angles, and Rhymes, Puppet Man, Up, Up, and Away, Never My Love, and Together, Let's Find Love. Champagne Soul. Nobody does it better than Fifth Dimension. This was a pretty early Fifth Dimension album for me, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if I had the vinyl version of this first or the CD. But and I didn't collect the Fifth Dimension when I was little. I was familiar with songs like Up, Up, and Away and Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In and all that. But I've came to really love them because they cover great material. They did Jimmy Webb songs, they did Bacharach David songs, they did Laura Nyro so well. And Marilyn McCoo is, just a stunning voice. That's the whole sound of this vocal group is terrific. Sunshine Pop, Champagne Soul. And this is a good one-disc compilation. It's not I would say it's not the only one you should get, but it's a good starting point. It's a good gateway. The other thing I would say about this is I just discovered, it's been announced, I think it's actually released on, I think it's called the Strawberry label, but it's distributed by Cherry Red in the UK. There's a box set, a CD box set of all the major Fifth Dimension albums, remastered. I'm taking some interest in that, even though I already have that stuff on CD, so I'm not sure I'm going to get it. But I want to see what the packaging looks like first, and I haven't seen anyone on Discogs who actually has that yet. Maybe it's not officially distributed, but I think it's been launched as of last month or this month. Something to keep an eye out for. Let's try again. We'll roll the dice, do another random pick. The tension, you can cut it with a knife. Next up is the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, and it's the version that I just got and talked about recently on the channel. But let's pull it off the shelf again. Here it is. Still has the hype sticker. A record store day special. And the album as it was originally released, and they pulled it very quickly after it came out. 4 tracks that were withdrawn before the album actually came out to the mass public. So the ones it includes are Rocks and Gravel, Let Me Die in My Footsteps, Rambling Gambling Willie, and Talkin' John Birch, Paranoid Blues. And then you lose some tracks from what everyone came to know as Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Songs like Masters of War, Girl of the North Country, some notable omissions. But this was a really, really nice sounding album. You know, if you buy this new, if you buy the original, the OG version of this, you're going to spend a fortune on it. And I thought it was a nice little leftover from Record Store Day that I found in the store, and I couldn't resist it. And I enjoyed it a lot. The quality of the vinyl is good. Good stuff. Okay, back to the well. We have 2 more albums to pick. Round and round the wheel turns. Next up, Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. 1977. Here it is, Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. I don't remember when I got this used. I know it was definitely a used record. I didn't have it back in the day. It came out in 77. I remember seeing the cover a lot as I would browse the stores or like the Columbia House catalog or whatever it might have been. And I was always fond of the cover art. It seemed very woody, forest setting. You got the fire here. You got Ian Anderson warming his hands. It's rustic. It just seemed like it might be an interesting acoustic-based album. And if memory serves, it is anchored in a lot of acoustic material. I don't know the album particularly well, but I do like it, and I've listened to it maybe about 4 or 5 times. But you know, I got to go deeper into Jethro Tull, and this is a good sounding album. Like it's pretty well produced, and I got it at some local used record store for sure. I just don't remember exactly when that was. Maybe 20, 25 years ago. All right, we got 1 more for our random picks. Let's see what comes up. And last but not least, we've got After the Gold Rush by Neil Young. Here it is, an old beat up copy of Neil. Got some splits, gatefold cover. Reprise Records, here's what it looks like. A very well worn copy of After the Gold Rush. It does have an insert here. What is this exactly? Oh, it's lyrics. Look at that. I wonder if this is common. A poster-sized copy of handwritten lyrics. I didn't even know that was in there. This copy, I'm almost certain, was my wife. Her copy. She was more of a Neil Young fan early on than I was. She liked, you know, Harvest and After the Gold Rush, like the classic Neil stuff. And I've got to believe this was her copy. We merged record collections, and this joined the party. And of course, After the Gold Rush is a favorite. Southern Man. it's a strong vintage Neil Young album. I'm not like the hugest Neil Young fan, but I like him a lot, and you really can't go wrong with this like early 70s Neil Young. 1970 this was, and yeah, it kind of belongs in every classic rock collection, doesn't it? Thanks for watching. As always, you're welcome to make comments on these albums. What do you think of them? What are your favorite pressings, versions? Do you prefer vinyl or CD? And any memories that you have of acquiring these albums. It's always fun to share those stories online. Thanks for watching. I hope to come back again with another random picks video sometime soon.